Hey kids, I wanted to talk a little bit about our story tonight before we get started. Our story is found in Luke chapter 22 and also John chapter 18, verses 1 through 11. It's a story about Jesus, Peter, and a man named Malchus. Before Jesus was arrested, he and his disciples were in the garden praying together when a mob came up. They were led by Judas, and it was a mob of Jesus' enemies. They wanted to have him arrested and killed. Peter, in his anger, drew his sword and cut off the ear of one of the soldiers that was there. That man's name was Malchus. Jesus, when he had seen what Peter had done, said, "Enough." And he took Malchus' ear and he put it back on his head and healed him. Now Jesus loved Peter and his disciples very much. They were his friends. But when they were wrong, he would let them know. Jesus also loved his enemies. He loved Malchus, and he did a wonderful miracle for Malchus. He healed him when he didn't have to. Jesus knew why Malchus and the rest of them were there. They were there to arrest him, and eventually he'd be hung on a cross to die. But it didn't matter. Jesus healed him anyway. Our verse for tonight is James 1:19. My dearly loved brothers, understand this. Everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Now, verse 20 also goes on to say, for man's anger does not accomplish God's righteousness. Sometimes we can get really angry and really mess things up. But when we put our life and our troubles in the hand of Jesus, all we find is healing and love. Lots and lots of love.